Caitlin Clark's admission about Lexie Hull resurfaces after All-WNBA Snub. You might remember the growing knot on Lexie Hull's forehead, the one we all watched swell in real time after she collided with Gabby Williams. But that didn't stop her. Hull came right back in the second quarter, and just 5 minutes later, she drained a 24-foot triple to push the Fever's lead to 42-29, forcing Seattle to call a timeout. That moment perfectly summed up her season: grit, fire, and pure determination. With that kind of heart, fans naturally expected to see her name on the All-WNBA teams. But alas, that moment never came. Amid all the buzz about Lexie Hull's All-WNBA snub, one old Caitlin Clark comment has found its way back into the spotlight. During her exit interview, Clark couldn't stop praising her teammates, saying, "Every team in this league should want a Lexie Hull. I'm like, Lex, you just play reckless. I was holding my breath those last few games, but that literally just sums up the type of person she is. She's selfless. She's gonna lay it all on the line for this team." And Clark wasn't exaggerating. Hull had injured her back in Game 1 and was listed on the injury report for Games 2 and 3. But instead of sitting out, she fought through the pain and showed up for the team. Before Caitlin Clark arrived and turned Indiana into the league's biggest headline, Lexie Hull was already quietly building her own legacy with the Fever. Back in 2023, she was one of the team's most reliable starters, opening 25 of the 30 games she played and proving herself as a consistent two-way player. But when Clark joined as the new face of the franchise, everything changed. Hull's minutes dipped, and she started only 11 games the following year. Most players might have faded after that. Hull did the opposite. Fast forward to 2025, and she had earned her spot back. Many would argue that it was so because the injured team had no other option. But it was her impact that led to lineup changes. DeWanna Bonner was benched and Hull was brought in, who became a defensive engine for Indiana. She was often the one chasing the rival team's best scorers, diving for loose balls, and doing the kind of dirty work that wins playoff games. The highlight came in Game 3 against the Atlanta Dream when she came up clutch with a game-winning steal that sent the Fever to the semifinals. Even while playing through pain, Hull showed no signs of slowing down. In the playoffs, she scored 82 points, averaging 10.3 per game, and even got her first-ever postseason double-double. A 16-point, 10-rebound performance in Game 3 against the Las Vegas Aces. Through the semifinals, she averaged 12.3 points while leading the team with a 45% success rate from beyond the arc. With stars like Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Chloe Bibby battling injuries, Hull's shooting and grit kept the Fever afloat. Statistically, this has been Hull's best year yet. She averaged a career-high 7.2 points in the regular season. She's also one of the best rebounding guards in the league, ranking second with 1.4 offensive boards per game, a big reason Indiana led the WNBA in second-chance points. Her coach, Stephanie White, summed it up best. She's just hard-nosed. She's just a tough kid. She plays through pain most people couldn't. Hull leads the league in drawing offensive fouls with 37, and somehow always seems to end up with the ball when it's loose. So even if her box score doesn't always pop next to names like Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, or Aaliyah Boston, Hull has quietly become the glue of the Fever. So when her name didn't pop up on one of the All-WNBA teams, fans did a double-check. Lexie Hull's name is missing from the All-WNBA list. Adrian Ross perfectly summed up what every Fever fan has been thinking lately. On the Adrian Ross Show on YouTube, she couldn't believe Hull didn't make it to the All-WNBA teams. If you are watching the game, how is she not on at the very least the second team? Caitlin said it absolutely right. Even if her shot is not falling, even if her three's not going, even if that's not the case, Lexie Hull's going to give you defense. She's going to give you grit. She's going to give you grind. She's probably the only player in WNBA who would stand in front of Alyssa, Thomas, and take a charge. She's probably the only one who would do it, hit the floor, who would get up, and give a smile. That's Lexie Hull. The 2025 All-WNBA teams are undoubtedly packed with star power. The first team features Aya Wilson, Aces, who bagged her 4th MVP and 2nd Defensive Player of the Year award. Nafisa Collier, Lynx, the runner-up MVP leading Minnesota to the league's best record. Alyssa Thomas, Mercury, who set a record with 8 triple-doubles. Alisha Gray, Dream, with a career-high 18.4 points, and Kelsey Mitchell, Fever, who led the league and made threes and ranked 3rd in scoring. On the second team, Nneka Agwamike, Storm, earned her 10th All-Star nod and crossed 7,000 career points. Jackie Young, Aces, continued her all-around dominance. Sabrina Ionescu, Liberty, led the league in free throws. Aaliyah Boston, Fever, shined with career-best numbers, and rookie sensation Paige Buchers, Wings, made history by leading all rookies in scoring and assists. One name that fans were looking forward to? Lexie Hull. But lately, her name has been buzzing for different reasons. First, fans were convinced she might be leaving the Fever after her Instagram post that read, "Smiling through it all because I love my job. Thankful for year 4. This group was a special one. Many thought it was her goodbye note, but it turned out to be part of an endorsement for a women-led, science-backed brand she recently joined. But that doesn't mean Hull's future with the Fever is secured. Her 3-year contract with the franchise ended this season, making her a restricted free agent heading into the next. So, fans might need to brace themselves for the possibility of not seeing the beloved Tres Leches trio of Clark, Hull, and Cunningham sharing the court next year. When asked about what's next, she said, "I've loved my years here in Indiana. Obviously, with a lot of uncertainty, you don't know what's to come, but I've built a life here. I love this franchise. I love the people, the fans, so we'll see what comes." Whether Hull's next move comes from the frustration of missing the All-WNBA teams or simply the pull of a new chapter, one thing's certain. Fans will miss her fearless hustle and spark on the court if she doesn't return next season. When the All-WNBA teams were announced this week, the basketball world buzzed with names: Aya Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier. But one absence stirred a deeper conversation: Lexie Hull. The Indiana Fever guard, known for her relentless defense and unshakable work ethic, didn't make the cut. And as social media filled with debates over snubs and selections, one old interview resurfaced: Caitlin Clark's heartfelt admission about her teammate Lexie Hull. And suddenly, the internet remembered something bigger than the All-WNBA list itself.